and welcome to the final men-only tournament of the 2015-2016 FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour, the Qatar Open, here in one of the jewels of the Middle East, the beautiful and modern city of Doha. It's finals day at the fabulous Garafa Stadium, and as you can see, it's pretty sunny too. 29 degrees Celsius, and the sand's pretty hot as well. Not much in terms of wind though, so you should get a pretty clean volleyball encounter. Well, the 21st seeds are through to the final after the withdrawal of Lars Flugen just a few moments ago. As we take a look at some of these sights of Doha, this fabulous city. It is finals day here at the fabulous Garafa Stadium. And next up we have the second semi-final. It's a balmy evening just beginning to settle in. And this is the second semi-final lineup for you. The Polish pair, 6 seeds, and in the form of their lives, really. They are playing some unbelievable beach volleyball right now. Bartosz Wozniak and Piotr Kantor. And up against them is this Italian duo, who are also in form. They've made a good start to 2016 as well. Alex Rangieri and Adrian Karambula. Just look out for Karambula. He's the man in your picture there. Almost come from nowhere in terms of on the FIVB. Spent a lot of time in America playing on the domestic tour there. And he is someone who likes a sky ball serve, so certainly a crowd entertainer. It's Rangieri, though, who will be the man they'll look to try and just attack and get the blocks in. Tough one to call, this one, in terms of who's going to come through. The 6 seeds against the 7 seeds. You can just see there Wozniak just having some strapping applied to his right knee a few moments ago. Let's just hope there's not another knee issue. Of course, Lars Flugen withdrew in the or had to retire, I should say, in the first semi-final, which means Alexander Huber and Robin Seidel, the 21st seeds and Austrians, await in the final and await the winner of this one after the German defending champions of Flugen and Bockerman had to withdraw during the match or retire during the match. So a real chance for whoever gets through this one. They'll be the favourites in the final, no doubt about that. We get introduced to the referees. Rui Carvalho from Portugal, another experienced referee. From the Czech, Jaroslav Rajnek is the second referee. There he is.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from Poland.
But this really is a mouth-watering encounter. I have to say, the Austrians have surprised a lot to get through to the final, but no one is surprised with these two teams in the semis. So Piotr Kantor is welcomed onto the court, and then Wozniak follows him. Just have to worry a little bit about that right knee that is heavily strapped. Of course, it's deeper sand here in Qatar, and that can sometimes cause the players' knees a little more trouble. As we take a look at the 6'6" Alex Rangieri, and then Adrian Karambula. Only played 14 tournaments before this one on the FIVB World Tour. 1 win. Of course, that coming at the Antalya Open last year as a duo. Karambula and Rangieri. And they said they were playing at about 70% at the start of this event through their group. It was a group that they were able to get through. They got through Pool G, and they are so far undefeated at this tournament, as are the Poles. But something has to give here. So it's the second semi-final. It is Italy in green firing from right to left, and Poland in blue. And there you have it, a sky ball straight away from Karen Bühler. It's an effective 1-2, but it is the Polish team who win the opening point. I'm sure we'll see that again from Karen Bühler. It is his party trick. He opened up the semi-final in at the Victoria Open with the same shot, Karen Bühler. As I say, it's one that tends to endear him to the fans. Something interesting, and that's an excellent block from Cantor at the front of the court. This is the 5th FIVB semi-final for the Poles. They've had a great young career. They're still a very young team. Wozniak is 23, Cantor 24. They've got a chance to win a 3rd straight point here, but underneath it is Karen Bühler. Now it's Karen Bühler looking to try and finish the point off, but being only 6 foot tall, pretty small for a beach volleyball player. Struggles to maybe put the spikes away as much, but they've been able to win this point. Touch of the net again. This time it was from Wozniak. Yeah, Wozniak just 23, Cantor 24. They also won 3 FIVB age group tournaments, youth events. But they won the Rio Grand Slam just a couple of weeks ago, did the Polish team, which surprised a few, came through qualifying of that event. And they are just beginning to look like a real threat to go to the very top of the World Volleyball rankings. Also picked up a silver medal in Stavanger last year, and were able to pick up a bronze in Kish Island. As we see yet another high, spinny sky ball from Karen Bühler. You would have thought that both Wozniak and Cantor would have prepared for the sky ball. It's a common serve from the man from Montevideo in Uruguay. That's where Karen Bühler was born, but lives in Rome now, as does Rangieri. So Wozniak with the serve. And enough power in the spike from Rangieri to side out. Talked about the Poles' recent form, but the Italians have been doing pretty well as well. They finished 4th at the Victoria Open, 9th in the Rio Grand Slam, and 5th in the Machio Open. But they have also been to 4 other semi-finals on the FIVB World Tour together. It's their 5th semi-final. 1 title, the Italia Open in 2015. They also won bronze at the Perec Major Series, came through qualifying in 2015. And of course, were 4th at the Victoria Open in 2016. And also were 4th at the Major Series in Gstaad, again coming through qualifying. So they were little known all of about a year or so ago, but they're now one of the forces in the sport. Rangieri goes down the middle with the spike, little nick off the net. Power though enough to get it to go over to the right side of the net. This time Karen Bühler electing not to go with the sky ball serve. You'll probably think he should have done. Incidentally, there'll be no bronze medal match scheduled for 7:30 local time, but not going to happen now after the withdrawal of Lars Flugen. Real shame for the German team, who of course were the defending champions, but we'll get a new nation who will be crowned the winner of the Qatar Open. Lovely deft touch there from Rangieri. Nice angle on the cut shot. Floats one down the line. Underneath it, though, is Cantor, and now Cantor, but it's a fabulous block by Rangieri. 6'6" tall is the Italian, and he used his height very well there. Exceptional block. He's a little more experienced than Spartlo Karen Bühler. He's won 2 titles on the World Tour. One at the Lucerne Open Caminanti in 2015. So it really was a positive 2015 for the 28-year-old. You got a feeling with the team that they formed with Karambula, he could do some serious damage in 2016 as well. Here is Karambula. Well, it's off his head in the end. The block, though, brilliant from Cantor.
8-6.
Tight opening set then, so far. 8-6, the Poles lead. Off the elbow, then back off the head. Cap comes off, and the ball goes out, which is all that Karambula would have cared about. Down the middle. Karambula underneath it, setting it up for Rangieri. Crunches it home. That's the screen here. It's great spike. It certainly was that. Karambula with another sky ball, and again finds the court. As of yet, not causing the Poles as many problems as you would expect with that serve. But they're able to win the point there, the Italians, and they're back level in this opening set. Lovely dink here from Karambula. She's using the knuckles to prod it into the far corner. There's another sky ball serve. Gets a lot of spin on it as well. Not too much wind in the sky today, which means that Karambula can find the court more often than not with that serve. Although it would be almost a lot harder for the Polish pair to be able to get it back. There was a strong breeze. So the Poles do get a side out, and it's now Wozniak to serve. Rangieri. That's a fierce spike into the sand. It's an absolute hammer, isn't it? Real quick action. Snaps down hard on the ball. Imagine it breaking opponent's wrists with the way that he strikes it. It's cleverly done, though, from Wozniak.
Follow the music.
Said it before, you don't need to always attack with power. It's more about placement. Certainly got the accuracy right there, Wozniak. Just clipping it down the line. Karambula now with the attack, and does enough to just get it past Cantor out of the net. 10 points all then. Who's going to lead before the technical timeout? There's the sky ball. As the song Fireball plays in the background. And it's the Italians who take the lead for the first time. Rangieri with a magnificent block. And it's 11-10. Nice spread defense there from the 28-year-old, 6'6" Italian. And the roar of delight afterwards. Denying Cantor. Two giants of the game going head-to-head, and it's the Italian who came out on top. Said this second semi-final is likely to be close, and it's certainly proved that way so far. 11 points to 10, the scoreline. Both of these teams have been in excellent recent form. If you look at the Italians in their last 8 tournaments, they've finished 9th or better. And the same can be said of the Poles. In their last 11 tournaments, which are all Opens and Grand Slams, they finished 9th or better as well. So both of these teams have become real consistent performers on the World Tour. Of course, Wozniak and Cantor, one of the younger teams out there. And you're just thinking maybe 2-3 years' time, they'll be right at the top end of the game. They love their beach volleyball in Poland. And they're becoming household names in Polish homes around their country. Another sky ball from Karambula, and he's underneath again, but that one's gonna drift out. Power in the spike, too hot to handle from Wozniak. Although Wozniak, I think, just hit the net here on the follow through, did he? Looks close there, doesn't it? Or maybe he struck, maybe his foot just hit Rangieri. Either way, the point has actually gone to the Poles, so it's 11-all. Now Karambula. Has he found the line? No, he hasn't. Cantor protesting just to the referee to say it didn't strike him. And that'll be seen as an error. Of course, they usually attack with Rangieri as much as they can, but they have to vary it. And they'll look to serve towards Karambula all the time, the Poles. Of course, there's a 6-inch difference between Rangieri and Karambula. And that is quite a large difference, and of course, makes it that much tougher for Karambula to attack. Rangieri then now to serve. Floats one in down the line. Underneath it is Wozniak, Cantor. Off the tips of the fingers of Rangieri, but Karambula can't keep it alive, despite the diving dig attempt. Getting shouted at by his teammate. Despite the instructions, didn't help him grow a little to be able to reach that one. Dipping serve to Karambula. He'll again attack this one, but it's an easy block really for Cantor. Read it like a book. He's had a few of them, hasn't he, those block kills? I always feel it's unfair. 6'6" going up against Karambula. It's going to be tough to pass the giant. Maybe needs a little more finesse at the front of the court. Again, they go to Karambula. Can he find a winner this time? He can. Plenty of encouragement from Rangieri, who of course is that little more experienced. Played with Tomatis throughout 2010 through to 2014 before forming a duo with Karambula. And as I say, spent most of his time in the USA in the domestic leagues, so was very much unknown on the World Tour. Not anymore. Lovely angled cut shot here. This time by Wozniak. Go down the middle. There's Wozniak. Rangieri. Finds the line, or did it take a nick off the blocker? Let's have a look at this one again then. Down the middle of the court. Rangieri is there. I'm surprised really that they served to him. I don't think it did take a nick actually. Just deadly accurate was the Italian on the line. Low set. Rangieri's able to get hands to it. Karambula, though, leaning back. Not quite sure what he was attempting there. Maybe just looking to spike it short, dip it down low. Either way, the point goes to the Poles. You have a 2-point cushion again. Just a reminder, it's the Austrian pairing of Huber and Seidel who await in the final. Surprise finalists, 21st seeds. In their first ever FIVB World Tour final. Tough to say who they're going to face, though. Very, very little to separate these two. Karambula, what a serve that is. Serviced ace from the little man from Montevideo. I say little man, of course, to everyday people. 6 foot is pretty tall. But on the beach volleyball circuit, it's relatively small, but Poland able to reply with Cantor delicately just hitting the off-speed angle across the side of the court. That was where the space was. Karambula nowhere in sight. Rangieri just turning to him and saying, "Where were you?" Bit of miscommunication, perhaps. Rangieri now setting up Karambula with the tip, but it's too long. Another error. You have to say, he struggled at times in this opening set, Karambula. Although he has served magnificently well. He's made a few errors when he's attacked. And that's why the Poles lead 18-16. Wozniak. Wozniak is underneath it. Well, that's almost out of the stadium.
Outside, 17-18 switch.
Let's see what Cantor is trying to do. He's trying to deflect it off the block of Rangieri, but missed him by some distance. There is Rangieri then to serve. 17-18 down in this opening set. His throw-up nearly hit the camera, incidentally. It was just above him. As Cantor goes down the middle. and is successful. He's been clinical, hasn't he? There you can see there from that shot. Ball about a whisker wide from the camera. Cantor down the line. Rangieri with the set. Carambula now with a lovely little deft dink at the front of the court. They're fighting hard, are the Italians. Are they able to win a point on their own serve, though? It's the dangerman. Carambula. Will he go for a sky serve? No, he doesn't. Instead, just plays it conservative. Chance now for Cantor to finish the point, but a fabulous block yet again from Rangieri, and we're back level. 19 points all. This is a huge block. Carambula, will he go conservative again? He does, to Cantor. Cantor against Rangieri again, and this time it's the Pole who comes out on top. A little bit of a fidgety battle at the top of the court. As he then gets a little tangled up with the line.
Set point.
And it is set point Poland.
Poland.
These two teams separated by a cigarette paper. There's been that little in it. But they're in a bit of trouble here, the Italians. Rangieri having to spike from the fairway back from the net, but he's able to get his team out of trouble. Didn't have much margin for error here. Carambula doing well to react off the net and set it up for Rangieri to be able to get at least a decent strike in. So save the set point. Who's going to have the next set point? That's the question. Cantor underneath it. He'll leap up for the spike and then just dinks it to the side of Rangieri.
1 point to Switch.
Nerveless beach volleyball from the Poles. The set was perfect from Wozniak. Second set point then. Cantor to serve. Dips down low to Carambula. And Carambula now will just have to help it over. Oh, what a brilliant shot that is. That certainly wasn't what the Italians were planning. They're hitting it behind his head, angling it over the other side of the court. And that couldn't have been played any better. That is simply sublime from Carambula. Saves the second set point then. Diving dig. It was a good serve from Carambula. That's Wozniak. It's still alive. It's not anymore. Another brilliant block by Rangieri, but it was all set up by the serve from Carambula. And this time, it's the Italians who'll have a set point. The timeout is called, incidentally. It is the Italian duo with Rangieri and Carambula who lead the head-to-head 2-0. They defeated them in a 3-set marathon in Vitoria. And so maybe that belief just coming into them when it matters most, right at the crux and the money end, shall we say, of that opening set. Not got it done and dusted yet, though. You just wonder, particularly whether that second set point is still going through the head of the Polish pair. Very little said between the Poles. A bit more conversation had between Rangieri and Carambula.
Set point Italy.
Set point Italy. What will Carambula come up with this time on serve? So it's going to be a standard running serve, and he's going to go short. What a serve it is. Kept alive, though, by Wozniak. He'll try and finish it off. The net cord helps out Italy. Carambula now to try and get the job done. But there was, well, the set here just held the ball for too long. Brilliant reaction from Wozniak. Diving dig, and it keeps Poland in this set. Carambula. Oh, just dipped down in time. Could easily have gone wide. And the crowd beginning to really get involved in this one as well. It's been a magnificent opening set. It's the semi-final of the Qatar Open. Remember, it is Huber and Seidel who wait in the final. Second set point for the Italians, but it comes and goes in the blink of an eye. Well out the back from Rangieri. So both teams have now had 2 set points. Cantor to serve, down low to Carambula. He'll come forward. Here goes Cantor again now. Well kept alive by Carambula, one of the better rallies we've seen in this set. Carambula though able to get the job done, just lofting it over Cantor, which isn't easy to do, particularly being Carambula's height. Wozniak nowhere inside. In fact, he did get it away from Wozniak at the back of the court. Third set point to the Italians. Carambula seemingly has just forgotten about their skyball serve. Well, didn't have that much success with it. Power hit from Cantor. Firing it into the body of Rangieri. I think that stung the Italian a little. He went for the spread defense. Nearly worked. Back to 24 all. Almost a toss of a coin, isn't it? A little bit of luck here or there. One massive block will be the difference. Or an error, perhaps, as we see an error from Wozniak. Well, that match at the Victoria Open went 3 sets, lasted over 50 minutes. It's been a long opening set here. Rangieri delicately down the middle. Wasn't the best reception. Cantor's got work to do here, but work he does. Leaning back, able just to sort of stab it away from Rangieri, who went up for the block. It's almost as he was going back down, wasn't it? Nicked the top of the net as well, just inside the line. Nerveless play once more from Cantor. Floats one to Rangieri. As ever, goes with a lot of power. That's a massive strike. Through the hands of Cantor. And look what it means to him. Carambula. Wozniak underneath it. Wozniak will have to come from some distance, and it's into the net, and the Italians take the opening set. The Polish pair had 2 set points, but it is Italy who take the opener 27-25. Well, a really exciting opening set that really could have gone either way. It was the Polish team who led for the majority of it, but they never really got more than 2 or 3 points ahead of the Italians. And they just froze a little. It was a brilliant second set point that was saved by Carambula with the hit over the head, which was a magnificent angle. And that really was what won them the set. See, if he got that wrong, it would have been the set to the Polish side. Instead, it's Italy who take the opener. And in a match that was very tough to call, of course, the 6 seeds against the 7 seeds, that could be very, very significant. As I say, you just have to wonder about the mindset and whether or not Wozniak and Cantor believe that they can win this one. Lost to them twice before. Just a reminder, it is Huber and Seidel who await in the final. That match will start at 8:30 local time. There will be no bronze medal match, but there will be some interviews with the bronze medal team and a ceremony to take place, or a ceremony of sorts, at 7:30. So if you can join us for that. Interviews will also take place on the court. But the reason there's no bronze medal match, of course, the withdrawal of Lars Fluger, which means that the defending champions of Bockerman and Flugen had to go out. They did take to the court against Huber and Seidel. Went a set down and we're 17-16 down in the second set before deciding to call it a day. It was a valiant effort from Flugen, who only late on decided to play in the semi-finals.
1-2. Bjorn Qatar.
Good start then to this second set from the Poles. It needed to be a good start. Momentum certainly with the Italians. So down the middle of the court, underneath it is Karen Buehler. Rangieri setting it up, but not setting it up very well. But Cantor can't steal the point. That's a bit of an error. Of course, he was going up probably thinking he was going to block here. Open court for a player of the caliber of Cantor. That's a surprise that he's missed that one. Down the line to Cantor. Worked for Wozniak just to keep it away from the net, but did brilliantly well. Hamilton was set it up backwards to Cantor. Firmly crunches this one away. Rangieri then with the set. Karen Buehler, who's got lovely touch around the net. Just showing any juniors out there who are worried about maybe not being a 6'6" giant. You can play beach volleyball in a number of different ways. Don't have to be hugely tall. As long as you've got touch and accuracy and feel, you can be very successful. Also, fitness and reading the game, knowing where opponents will go. The defensive side of things. Karen Buehler just a little slow to get there, but it didn't matter because it went wide. Just feel that the Polish side's heads have maybe begun to drop a little. After going up 2-1, they've lost 4 points in a row. Karen Buehler to serve again. Wozniak is underneath it. Block is from Rangieri. Karen Buehler keeps it going. And again, it's Italy who win the point, and that is a monstrous block. And a quite wonderful reaction too. Just shows what it means to the players out there. Spread defense. First block was excellent. Playing as a team, Karen Buehler again being able to react on the floor. And what teamwork. Not sure whether he actually got a touch. It may have been into the top of the net, in fact. Either way, trouble for Poland. It's the Italians who lead 6-2 as Cantor and Wozniak call a timeout. Just feel all the momentum is with the Italians because of how the first set ended as well. Opportunities for Wozniak and Cantor to win it. 2 set points, leading throughout the majority of it. Fair amount of discussion going on too. Made a couple of errors at the start of this second set. Cantor's missed a couple of spikes. Serving low down. Here is Cantor with the set. Wozniak. That's better. Going down the middle. The off-speed hit over the top of Rangieri. Karen Buehler underneath it. Rangieri going for an early strike. And courtesy of the big net cord, everything going Italy's way right now. Took it away from Cantor. Rangieri. Here is Cantor. Karen Buehler. Great defense. Karen Buehler now looking to steal the point. Kept alive by Cantor, who will now look to finish the point. And it dips inside the line. Couple of quality off-speed hits from the 6'6" pole. Only just inside the line. Excellent accuracy Takes a nick off the net. Karambula is there, though. Rangieri again going to finish the point early and does just that. He's in the zone today, isn't he, Rangieri? Just looks in the mood. Certainly a character who wears his heart on his sleeve, as many Italians do. Full of character on the court. And they blasted that one out the back, but it did just touch Rangieri, so the point goes to Poland.
1 point to switch.
You can see there from the replay, just caught his right hand. Another monstrous hit from Rangieri. He just cannot do anything against it, him, when he's got time to wind up. Especially time to run, really fire a hard ball. It's an excellent combination that they make, isn't it? Karambula and Rangieri really complement each other's games superbly well. And really, they are a team who've come out of nowhere, only been playing together since 2015. It takes a while to gel together with their team, but not this Italian duo. And they're enjoying themselves right now, as they continue to win more points off the Polish serve. That's excellent play from Karambula. Karambula just wanting to clear his sunglasses now. I think with that diving dig he did just a moment ago. That's why Rangieri just is being made to wait here before he serves. 10-5 in the second set. Healthy lead for the Italians, remember, who took the first set 27-25. And really took the wind out of the sails of the Polish team.
6-7. Number 2 serve, Wojciak.
Guiding it past the hands of Rangieri that time, Cantor. Low serve to Karambula. Nick off the net actually helps out Wozniak. Wozniak now just with the cut shot. Just delicately shoving it to the side of Rangieri. Good awareness, good angle. Maybe they can put a run together here, then this match isn't done and dusted. Nick off the net, that helps. But it's back to 10-8, and they're back in this set, you feel. Having been 10-5 down. You have to wonder that the reaction, although they're not players who tend to show too much emotion on the court. Just wonder whether a clenched fist or a bit of a come on from one of them. Because right now, you still feel it is Rangieri and Karambula who are on their toes, who are feeling like they are heading towards the final. That's what their body language is showing. Karambula then to serve. He's won the most points on serve out of everyone here on this court. Lovely little dink. Just using the knuckles and the fingertips here. Takes a while to master that skill. It's a deadly combo, isn't it? If you can have the delicate touch at the net along with the power hitting. Talking of power hitting, that wasn't bad from Karambula. Accuracy was spot on again as he finds the baseline. Just about dipped in time. And we're into a technical timeout. Good lead for the Italians, 12-9.
I remember you did at 6 o'clock we have the bronze medal final. QVA.
Just a reminder, still to come, the final, of course. No bronze medal match. Alexander Huber and Robin Seidel await in the final. It's their first ever World Tour final. And so whoever comes through this one will be the favourites to win that match. And a real opportunity for the pair in your picture to claim what would be a second title together and back up that win at the Antalya Open in 2015.
Is the score. Second semifinal, Ranghieri goes to serve from Italy.
It'll be their first final as well of 2016, having reached the semis of the Vittoria Open. Lost out to the Brazilians on that occasion in that semis. Well, the Poles have just got to try and cling on to the Italians like the Italians did to them in the first set. Not allow the score to get away from 2 points, or too far away from 2 or 3 points, and then hope that they can go on a run. Carampula again finds the line. How many times has he done that in his second set? It's about the third or fourth time. Right now, it looks and certainly feels like it's going to be the Italians' day, having saved those set points, particularly the second set point, in quite magnificent fashion in the first set. And they just seem to be getting things going their way in this second set. As Carampula again goes for the angle, but it's well saved by Wozniak. Again, though, Carampula with a fantastic dig. This is an excellent rally. It's still going as well. Ranghieri will want to finish it here, and does. Arguably one of the rallies of the day. And it's won by the Italians. Great defense from both sides, really, from Wozniak and from Carampula. And then Ranghieri with the forethought to finish it off. And the game is just beginning to get away from the Poles yet again. 15-10 now the score. High set. Ranghieri was there. And they had it covered, and Cantor, I think, knew the Italians had read what he was going to do. Here's Carampula. Cantor, high set. But again, it's Ranghieri on fire. What a performance, you have to say, from both players. Carampula on the defensive side of the ball has been immense. Ranghieri with his blocks and attacking has been near perfect. Just got to hang on in there. Wozniak, delicate shot down the line. Ranghieri covering the middle of the court with his attempted block on that occasion. Cantor now to Carampula. Carampula. This time he's missed the line. Asking for a touch as well, Carampula. For once, the ball going a fraction long, and as you look there, that was mightily close. Incidentally, Ranghieri has just kicked the line a little further back, which will actually help the Poles. Maybe a little frustrated that that didn't hit the line. Had it been a fraction further back, that might have landed on the line, but instead it's a point to Poland. 4 points behind in this second set, now 5. Lovely cut shot from Carampula.
Ranghieri to serve.
Just taking the speed off it, getting it the angle just right. Cantor then, work to do on this spike. It's well read by Carampula. Here is Cantor again. Carampula's there again. And now he'll look to try and finish things off. Wozniak is there. Oh, that's clever. But it's almost too clever. Held the ball for too long. Cantor, he can't quite believe it. Let's have a look at this one then. Tough call. Point, though, as most of them have done in this second set, goes to the Italians, but they're just having a conversation here with the referee, Carvalho. Unsure what was said there. Either way, it's the Italians who will serve, just 3 points away from a place in what will be their second FIVB World Tour final as a pair. Carampula right now is everywhere, and then he hits a nice sky ball getting the crowd on his side now. If they already weren't, and well, the Polish team may well enjoy that because they may be a little frustrated with the referee Carvalho. Luckily, the Portuguese referee finds the funny side of it. The ball cannons off Rangieri, of course, no intent.
Timeout, Italy.
Timeout, Italy. They're within touching distance, though, of what would be a second FIVB World Tour final to go along with their only previous final, which was at the Doha Open. So they're currently 1-0 in terms of finals. Incidentally, they don't have the best semi-final record. This is their 5th semi-final. They've only won 1 out of their previous 4. But they're looking good right now. Just taking everything in, maybe just discussing a few bits of tactics with how they're going to finish this one off. Looking pretty cool, calm and collected right now. Both of them live in Rome. At the moment, as I say, Carambula, born in Uruguay, and then spent a lot of his time in the United States playing in the domestic leagues there. Incidentally, it would be Rangieri's 3rd FIVB World Tour final. He was a winner in the Lucerne Open last year with Caminati. Bit of momentum here then for Poland.
18.
Couple of points in a row.
Wozniak to serve.
Wozniak to serve. Into the net, though. And they certainly can't afford too many more errors like that one. Time is running out for the Polish pair. Carambula, the man to serve. 2 points away. Lovely, delicate dink of a serve. Nice and short. Cantor just prodding it over the net. Rangieri will keep it going. Carambula now. It's good play from Wozniak. Looks at where he needs to play it, but can't get it away from Carambula. Oh, that's fantastic play. Showing his all-court game here, Carambula. Lovely disguise, wrong footing the poles. And that's a fabulous way to get to match point. It's a good serve again from Carambula. It's caused problems all day for the Poles. And what a hit that is. And what a performance from Italy. It is Alex Rangieri and Adrian Carambula who are through to the final. Their first final of 2016. It's their second final together as a pair. And they will go through to face Huber and Seidel in the final. Valiant effort from Wozniak and Cantor. But it was Rangieri and Carambula's day. For the 3rd straight time, they defeat Wozniak and Cantor. They just seem to have their number. You just wonder how significant, particularly that shot, that second shot on the second set point, how significant that was in that first set. Really, it all came down to that first set. 27-25 was the score. The Italians winning the second set, 21-14. As we watch a couple of the highlights, that in particular, the highlight, the match point. And look what it means to Rangieri. Sheer delight for the Italians. As I say, through to just their second final. And they'll be the favourites as well against the Austrian team of Huber and Seidel. And they're a potent duo, aren't they, in terms of how they complement each other's games. As they towel themselves down. It's temperature's certainly dropped, incidentally, of late. The sun is setting here in Doha. And the night begins to set in. And, of course, the final will be at 8:30 local time. There'll be no bronze medal match at 7:30, but we will have interviews. There will be interviews and a presentation at 7:30, so join us for that one if you can. But it's the Italians who are through to the final. And they've had a simply stunning tournament. Still unbeaten. And that was probably their toughest test of the tournament so far against the 6th-seeded Polish pair, and of course the pair that won the Rio Grand Slam just a few weeks ago. So a brilliant win. Also helps their points tally on their road to Rio. They look to qualify for the Olympics this year. And of course, they'll take a lot of spirit from the fact that they are here playing in an evening-based tournament. Anyway, we are just about ready. We're going to cross to Jeremy, who's going to interview them. Let's hear what they have to say.
Final of the Qatar Open, Adrian and Alex, congratulations, gentlemen. Adrian, good to get it over out of the way in 2 sets.
Yeah, we're happy about that. We won game 1. It was a pretty tight game. In the second one, we knew we had to stay on top of our game, and I think we put the pressure on them, the whole team. So we're happy with the victory in 2.
Alex, they're a team who were playing very well. How hard did you have to play to beat them?
Well, harder than them for sure. But good help from my partner. We knew what to do. We knew from the beginning what we had to do. We did it, and we got over them.
Adrian, we didn't see as many of your skyball serves in the semi-final. Are you going to break out a few more for the final?
It depends. Depends on what the game says. Sometimes he says go for it. Sometimes it's like, hey, use some other weapons. So it's all about what the game says to me.
Fantastic. Congratulations. See you in the final.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, very happy Italian duo. And yeah, we didn't see as many skyball serves as perhaps we were expecting. He started off hitting a few. And just wonder what he'll use in the final. It was a good performance, though, from him serving-wise. He won more points on his serve than any other player. And it is the Italian duo, as you can see them celebrating. This was how they did it, the match point. As I say, they complement each other's games fabulously well. And they will go through to meet Huber and Seidel in the final. That will kick off at 8:30 p.m. local time here in Doha. First final in Qatar, and we'll have a new winner after, of course, the German pair of Flügen and Bockerman were knocked out due to an injury, in fact, from Flügen. They were a set down, 17-16 down, and then Flügen had to withdraw thanks to a knee injury, which was a shame. Valiant effort from him. And as we take a look at the draw, as you can see there, it is Huber and Seidel who got past Bockerman and Flügen, thanks to Flügen's withdrawal. And it's Rangieri and Karambula who will meet the Austrian pair. That's the final. It comes up at 8:30. Join myself for it. Should be a mouth-watering affair. But from me, for now, goodbye.